Hey guys, Robbie here, and in this video I want to share with you 3 very unsexy tips when it comes to improving your workouts and your training. So, as you know, right now we're leading up to the regionals here with the CrossFit, leading up to the CrossFit Games. Okay, so all those athletes, those regional athletes, whether they're doing individual or team, they got a ton of workouts ahead of them. And if you've seen some of the workouts, they look pretty spicy. Okay, so and that's awesome. We get, as athletes, as CrossFitters, we get caught up in those events. You know, we like to think of ourselves as that type of level of an athlete, okay? Doing that amount of volume, those amount of workouts, that much intensity, okay? But a lot of times we actually don't need that much training in our lives in order to see a big difference in our results. So I want to share with you 3 tips to kind of bring you back down to earth. They're not going to be very exciting tips. They're probably going to be not the most glamorous or the most sexy tips, okay? But they are very effective. I use it in my training. We use it here at our gym and also with my online training clients, and it makes a big difference. Keeps them grounded, keeps them focused on their goals, not other people's goals. Okay, so the first tip here, okay, you want to think about is keep it simple. All right, too many people, too many athletes, they try to overcomplicate things when it comes to their training, all right? Whether it be, hey, I need to work out 3 times a day, or whether it be, I need to have 20 movements, all right? Every workout has to be a chipper. Every workout I have to be, on the ground, dying after each training workout routine. That is not the case, guys, okay? So when it comes to your training, okay, keep it simple, all right? Very simple. If you're pushing, you're pulling, and you're squatting in your training, that's awesome. You're already well on your way to your success and getting better results, okay? So push, pull, squat, very important, okay? So make sure you're squatting at least once a week. Make sure you're hitting those Olympic lifts, and then make sure you're working on your gymnastics, okay? Your gymnastics and also on your cardio, which would be running, rowing, things like that, as well as incorporating that into your gymnastic movement. So keeping it simple, all right? It's very, very important, okay? You don't need to overcomplicate things in order to see results and add a lot of weight to your lifts, all right? I've seen a lot of athletes, old school CrossFit style, keeping it simple, all right? 3 days on, 1 day off, very simple workouts, short workouts, 1 day, 1 workout a day, and they get great results, guys. So think about that when you're doing your training. Okay, the other thing, tip number 2, is less is more. All right, less is more. That's all right. So, like kind of compounding on what we said here, keeping it simple. All right, a lot of athletes, they think that they, doing 2 days or even 3 days, focusing your life around your training, whether it be, hey, I gotta do a couple chippers, then I gotta hit my Olympic lifts in the morning, and then I gotta make sure I, recover, and then I'm hitting the hard Metcon at night, all right, and then another Olympic lifting session. Okay, that's great. If you're a regional athlete and that's your job, and your job is to make it to the games because you're a sponsored athlete, people are paying you to work out, that's great. You can definitely do that, okay? But if you're just here doing CrossFit, much like myself, because I want to be fitter and I want to be healthier, and that's my goal in life, so I can do the things I love, be it golf or playing basketball or whatever it may be. You don't need to do 3 days a week or 3 times a day, okay? You need to focus on, quality workouts. So 1 workout per day, focus on being, quality workout. Did you get a lot out of it? Were you able to push it at 100%? Okay, that's more important than doing 3 workouts in 1 day and giving it 70% for each workout. Okay, I'd rather see you go, 100% on that, working hard. Okay. The other thing is, like I said, going along with those chipper workouts, a lot of athletes, they try to focus on, those big workouts where there's 10 different movements in the workouts, and those are great. Every once in a while, we need to do those. That's important. But don't forget about those simple couplets and triplets. Okay, whether it be, 2 movements in a workout, 3 movements in the workout. Those are the ones that are the most deadly. Okay, and those are the ones that are going to test your fitness and improve your fitness. So don't neglect those. Keeping it simple, less is more, that makes a big difference, okay? And make sure you're recovering, all right? If you're not a regional athlete or you're not a games athlete, or you're not a competitive athlete, and you're just looking to get in shape 1 day a week, or one workout a day, 3 days a week, and then rest that 4th day, and then go again, all right? It's gonna make a big difference in your recovery, your training, and in the long term, because you're not gonna get hurt because you're overtraining, right? And finally, okay, number 3 is you wanna focus on the stimulus. Focus on the stimulus, okay? So what does that mean? So if you are doing a 30-minute workout, and that's a 30-minute workout and it's killing you, and you're about 15 minutes into it, and then you start to just kind of crash, and it's just like, you know, you're just hanging on for dear life the rest of the way, all right, that's going to do you more harm than good, okay? Sure, once in a while you have to do that, it's fine, but you should be focusing on the stimulus. You know, 10-minute workouts, AMRAPs, where you're able to keep the intensity high the entire time. That's going to make a bigger difference in your training. It's going to make you better in your fitness, okay, as opposed to just going and trying to die after every workout. Okay, that's not good. You don't want to do that all the time. So focus on the stimulus. All right, the stimulus should be high the entire time. Like I said, if you're doing one workout and you're giving 100%, all right, you're able to maintain that 100% the entire time during the workout, that you'll be much better off than it comes to you know, 3 days or 3 workouts in one day. All right, that's going to be you know, more detrimental to you than just one day or one workout per day. Okay, guys, so those are my 3 tips. They're very unsexy, all right, not very glamorous, but they're going to make a big difference in your training and in your focus for your training, all right? Keep it simple. Workouts don't have to be overcomplicated. You shouldn't have to have a notebook to look back to see what you have to do. Okay, it should be all in your head, very easy to remember. Less is more. Okay, so if you're working out 8 times a day, it's too much. Focus on quality workouts, all right, and doing less of those. Okay. Finally, focus on that stimulus. If you're able to maintain that high intensity throughout the workout, you're doing all right in my book. Otherwise, you might want to scale back a little bit because it really comes down to intensity in those workouts, because that's where you're going to see the results, guys. So that's it. If you like this video, comment, like, and share it. And we will see you next time, guys. Have a great day and take care.